Good morning. Yep, got the sun shining in on me. So I'm reading a new book. By the way, hang on one second. I decided that I would have something a little reminiscent of when I was growing up. I used to go to my grandmother's house. Actually, we called her Grandma Mother because my mother and father called her Mother, and then the other grandma we called by her name, just Grandma. We didn't, oh, my internet's having trouble again. Anyway, we called one grandma, Grandma, and then my father's mother we called Grandma Mother to differentiate between the two, because my parents both called her Mother. So I would go over there and they would fix me a cup of coffee, which would be a whole bunch of milk with a few teaspoons of coffee in it. So this morning I've heated myself up some milk. I'm going to take here a double espresso Chiaro, which is only, it's less than 3 ounces. So there's not a whole lot that's gonna go in here. So, but I think it'll be nice. It'll be nice and mild, but flavorful. Well, anyway, so I'm reading, and when I say reading, in this case, I'm listening to the audio book, and it's called The Upward Spiral. The Upward Spiral. And what it's about is the little things that you can do to spiral yourself up out of depression. I, realized that over the since the COVID thing started, I guess, even though I've had some anxiety problems, I've also been depressed. And when I was listening to the description of what depression is in this book, I realized, oh golly, that's kind of happened, and I need to deal with it. It's using the science of how your brain works and how that's connected to what you do and how it can actually change how your brain works. Okay, so, oh my goodness, the sun's shining so bright. Let me find a plastic spoon. Oh golly, I must be out of Dairy Queen spoon. My internet keeps flipping on and off here, so I'm trying to pause whenever it says trying to reconnect so you don't lose what I'm saying. Let me taste this. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. It's so good. Oh my gosh. So, I'll give you an example. When you do or say or think certain things, it actually causes certain chemicals to be released into your brain, or certain nervous pathways. When I say nervous, I mean your nerves, certain nerves to function in certain ways. An example is if you have gratitude about something, think about the things that you're thankful for. I mean, really, even if it's not that things are worse than they are. Anything at all that you're thankful for, that actually causes the kind of chemicals to be created in the same type that like runners get. Have you ever heard of a runner's high, where they've been running, a certain amount of time, exerted a certain amount of energy, and they feel really elated, really good? Well, you don't have to get out and run to have this happen for your brain. For example, this morning while I was walking the dog, I was thinking about that where I live, there are a lot of birds, because I love to see and listen to the birds. I'm thankful. I just met my new upstairs neighbor this morning, and she seems so nice and so genuine, and I was just, thankful that I have a good upstairs neighbor, because that has not always been the case. Now, I said, sometimes you could even be thankful that things. I'll repeat what I said whenever it says trying to reconnect. Sometimes you can be thankful that things are not even worse than they are. So I was thinking, one of my neighbors I was thinking, I'm thankful that the noisy neighbor is not worse than they are, because I've had worse ones. Anyway, but still, things that you're thankful. Even when you smile or laugh, you find something humorous, funny, that causes things to be released in your brain. And you know what it does? It makes you happier. And it helps to take that downward spiral and start it climbing back up into a better place. So, I'm sorry, my internet just keeps flipping off here. I've shared with you before how there are little things you can do in life that will help you to feel better about life in general. And the more you feel better, the more you feel better. It builds up. One builds upon another. Well, here's this book on internet. Here's this book that this PhD doctor-y guy wrote, and it's about the same thing. Gee, I could have written a book, except I didn't have the scientific evidence behind to back this up, and he does. That in fact, little things that you do can actually affect your brain chemistry. And if you do them enough, it can make you more prone. It can make you more prone to react in certain ways than in others. For example, and this is true, we read about it these days a lot, that if you try to have positive thoughts, the more positive things that you think, the more positive things you'll notice. Have you ever noticed that somebody who's a complainer, they never fail to find something to complain about? It's like the two of you could be in a situation and they will find everything that's wrong with it. Well, it works the same with being positive. The more you practice being positive, being thankful for things, appreciating what you do have, what comes into your life, the more you're gonna... Internet. I'm thankful I have internet at all. The more you're going to notice things to be thankful for. It's really pretty simple, isn't it? The rainbows are starting to come. I'm really thankful for the rainbows. I love, they make me really happy. You know what? If you find that things that used to make you happy don't make you happy anymore, things you used to enjoy, you don't enjoy anymore. I mean, simple little life kind of things. Think about, maybe you might be tending to a little bit of depression, and maybe it might be good to practice some things to start spiraling you upward, so that your brain is producing chemicals that will make you happier. Sorry for the way I've been talking kind of weird on this, but my internet, I keep getting a little notice that it says trying to reconnect, and I don't know if it's, cutting out words. I've been trying to repeat myself. Anyway, I hope you get the point. I'm thankful for my coffee. Well, I'm going to go sit with Grayson and drink my coffee. I'll talk to you later. Smile.